Hi there. It's Ash Wednesday, which is March the 5th. I just made it to our Ash Wednesday service where we get the sign of the cross in ashes. The ashes come from last Easter's Palm Sunday palms. They are dried and then burned and saved for this day. It means that it is 40 days before Easter, minus Sundays. A lot of people consider the season of Lent between Ash Wednesday and Easter as a time of giving up things, a time of sacrificing. Actually, it's, I believe, a time to maybe give up something that keeps us from a closer relationship with the God of our understanding. If I felt that chocolate kept me from getting closer to God, then I would give that up. There were a couple of years I did give up chocolate for Lent. One year was successful. The next year, I was working in a medical office in insurance and billing. The next year, after a couple of weeks, my manager came back, put a bar of Hershey's chocolate down on my desk, looked at me, said, "Sandy," slid it across the desk to me, "God and the rest of us think you should eat this now." And so I did. I decided that my giving up chocolate was not meant to make other people's lives miserable, didn't realize how it affected me. So Lent is a season when we try to clear that path between us and the God of our understanding. This is Check In with SJ. I'm SJ, and I'm glad you're here. I was afraid I wasn't going to make it this morning, being the procrastinator that I am. I typically do almost run late. Isn't that unusual? I don't worry about dying too soon. I figure I'll be late to my own funeral, most likely. But I did make it, and I'm glad I did. So, Check In with SJ is part of Life Journey Act 3. Most of us here are women in the Act 3 of our lives. We enjoy just connecting with other people, discussing just a variety of topics, and I always enjoy when you put comments down at the bottom of the video and let me know what's going on with you. We've been talking some about words, the power of words. But it's not just words. Words are just a jumble of letters, and we learn how to pronounce that particular jumble of letters and give it meaning. But what has the greatest impact is not just the word, but how that word is delivered. For example, you can take a 2-letter word, and depending on how it's said, you can give it a whole new meaning. I usually say I like texting over talking because it gives me time to think about my response, but nothing beats getting that nonverbal communication, watching people's body language in addition to tone of voice. So we've got that 2-letter word, no. Some people have trouble telling people, no, I can't do that. But let's listen to this, the different ways of presenting that 2-letter word. No, 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 no. How'd that last one get you? Did that kind of make your heart flutter a little? It kicked in that fight or flight process of our body, where we're going to jump and say, do we need to defend ourselves? Do we need to run like the Dickens? Or curl up under something? We'll go back and talk more softly after the big loud no. We'll go back to, oh, no, no. But you see how big a difference just the tone makes. And if we're using nonverbal body language, if we go, no, We're blocking ourselves off from the other person. If we go, no, that that is a sign of frustration. The no, it can be a frustration, overwhelming, a little anxiety. Standing up straight, tall, making eye contact, not glaring, but gentle eye contact, lightly leaning toward another person. No, that's connecting. Sometimes we mirror the body language of the person we're talking to. If a person is talking and they're sitting on my right and they cross their right leg over their left, I am likely to cross my left leg over my right where our toes are pointing toward each other. That's kind of creating a circle. That's creating a connection. I just think things like that are just so very interesting. The way that we can communicate so much without saying a word. The way that we can just totally change the meaning of something by our tone. And I'm sure there were times in my life, different ages, when I was told, don't use that tone with me, young lady. And I may not have intended to be rude or insolent, but it's probably just letting out my frustration on growing up or something. But I've tried to pay more attention now that I am aware of what a difference it can make and how much better I can communicate by paying attention not only to my body language, but to my tone as well. I'm glad you're here. Glad you checked in. Hopefully, glad that you remember that you are loved by the God of your understanding. That God created you just like every atom in the universe. You are loved. You are important. And the very fact that you are in the world does make a difference. There would be a vacuum without you in it. I hope you'll click the subscribe button, click the like button, and check in with SJ with a friend. Come back and visit. You can go look at yourself in the mirror and remember to use kind tones with yourself too, because you do listen to yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and go, you are loved. You are important. You matter. Better yet, use that stronger voice of, I am. Look at yourself and say, I am loved. I am important. I do make a difference. You check back in, take good care of yourselves. Look forward to talking to you again. Bye now.